It was 2:43 a.m. Dark storm clouds covered the sky above Black Ridge Mountain in Colorado. Powerful winds howled through the mountains, bending the tall pine trees that surrounded the area. A black SUV crawled along a lonely mountain road. Inside were 4 college friends, Ethan, Jake, Sophie, and Emma. They loved adventure and had spent months planning this trip. Their destination was a forbidden part of Black Ridge Mountain, a place locals avoided at all costs. For years, stories had circulated about mysterious disappearances in those woods. Hikers vanished without a trace. Campers were found dead under strange circumstances. Some people claimed they had seen lights moving through the forest at night. Others spoke about hearing screams echoing from the mountains. But none of the 4 friends believed the stories. To them, it was nothing more than an exciting adventure. After another 20 minutes of driving, the road ended. Dense forest stretched before them. They grabbed their backpacks and flashlights and began hiking through the darkness. The deeper they went, the quieter the forest became. No birds, no insects, no sounds except the wind. Even Sophie noticed something felt wrong. "Doesn't this place seem a little too quiet?" she asked. Jake laughed. "You're already getting scared?" "I'm serious," Sophie replied, but nobody paid much attention. An hour later, they reached an old wooden bridge suspended above a roaring river. The bridge creaked under their weight as they crossed. Halfway across, Emma suddenly stopped. "What is it?" Ethan asked. Emma pointed her flashlight toward the opposite side. For a split second, she thought she had seen someone standing among the trees. A tall figure, watching them. But when she blinked, it was gone. "You guys saw that?" she asked nervously. "No," Jake replied. "You're imagining things." The group continued forward. Soon they reached a massive cave hidden between towering cliffs. The entrance was enormous, large enough for a truck to pass through. Ancient symbols were carved into the surrounding rocks. Most of them had faded with time. "What do you think these mean?" Emma asked. "No idea," Ethan replied. Jake smiled. Only one way to find out. He stepped inside first. The others followed. The temperature dropped immediately. The air inside felt unnaturally cold. As they ventured deeper, the outside world disappeared behind them. Their footsteps echoed through endless darkness. Then Emma stopped. "Wait." Everyone froze. For a moment, there was complete silence. Then they heard it, a woman crying. The sound drifted through the cave, soft, distant, heartbreaking. Sophie felt chills run down her spine. "Did you hear that?" Everyone nodded. Jake forced a laugh. "It's probably water or the wind." But even he didn't sound convinced. The crying continued, then suddenly stopped. The silence that followed felt even worse. The group moved forward until the tunnel opened into a massive underground chamber. Their flashlights revealed dozens of old wooden crates scattered across the floor. Some were broken open. Inside were rusted weapons, ancient coins, and strange artifacts. Jake's eyes widened. No way. He rushed toward one of the crates. "Jake, wait!" Ethan shouted. But it was too late. The moment Jake touched one of the objects, the entire cave shook violently. Dust rained from the ceiling, rocks crashed onto the floor, and somewhere deep within the darkness, the crying transformed into a horrifying scream. A scream so loud that it echoed throughout the mountain. Everyone panicked. "Run!" Ethan yelled. The group turned and sprinted toward the tunnel. The ground continued trembling beneath their feet. Chunks of rock fell around them. Nobody stopped running. Then suddenly Ethan realized something. Jake wasn't with them. He looked behind. Jake had vanished. "Jake!" Ethan shouted. No response. Emma began screaming his name. Still nothing. Then a terrible cry echoed through the cave. Jake's voice, filled with absolute terror. The three friends followed the sound. Several minutes later, they found him, and what they saw nearly stopped their hearts. Jake lay motionless on the ground. His neck was twisted at an impossible angle. His eyes were wide open, frozen in terror. It looked as though he had witnessed something beyond human understanding before he died. Emma burst into tears. Sophie covered her mouth to stop herself from screaming. Ethan couldn't believe what he was seeing. Just minutes earlier, Jake had been laughing beside them. Now he was dead. Then they heard something else. Footsteps. Heavy footsteps. Slow. Deliberate. Each step echoed through the cave. Thud. 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 The sound was getting closer. The three survivors slowly turned their flashlights toward the darkness. At first they saw nothing. Then two glowing red eyes appeared, floating in the shadows, watching them. The eyes didn't blink. They simply stared. Then whatever owned those eyes took another step forward.